Hey, welcome to the Black Tips podcast. I'm your host, Rod, joined as always by my co-host,
Karen.
And we're live on a Wednesday, wrapping up the week with some podcasting. You can find us everywhere. Just search the Black Tips. Leave us 5-star reviews on Apple Podcasts because we love those, and we will respond to those by reading those on the air and talking about how awesome they are. It really makes us feel great when you do that. You know, for example, before we even get started, I forgot to mention this. This one person, they couldn't figure out how to leave us a review. Mm-hmm. They said, hey, I can't figure it out. But they did leave us a DM on Instagram. Hi, Rod. Hi, Karen. I don't use Apple Podcasts. I use Pocket Cast, and that won't let me leave reviews, I guess. So I don't really know how to get this flaming hot 5-star review I have to y'all, but 5 flaming emojis. Oh. I've been listening to y'all for a while and just couldn't hold my thoughts any longer. As a queer trans person of color, sometimes it feels like people are only saying the right thing to avoid conflict. But when I listen to y'all, I feel taken seriously. And it's taken seriously, you know, with the claps.
I know what the clap emojis.
And I can't convey in this DM how important that is. And in general, y'all are hilarious and insightful. And now I want to make a t-shirt that says, "Will breaststroke for the smoke." My birthday is September 4th, and I'm so thrilled because my present is going to be to come see y'all live. Yeah! Yeah, pull up on us.
Come and see us.
Pull up on me.
Yes, I can't wait to see y'all faces. I'm excited all over again.
I can't wait. Be safe and well. Also, Rod, I love you on Drapetomaniacs. Thank you.
Yes, because I had started listening to the episode, but I finished today. Nigga, you was a mess.
Thank you.
I fell out laughing in here.
I'm glad you enjoyed it. A lot of people have been telling me they enjoyed it. They've been, hitting me up. I feel like I know the exact moment when, like, where y'all are in that podcast when y'all hit me up. Because it's just always like, oh my God, you're a fucking fool. And I was like, thank you. I'm glad y'all enjoying that shit.
I did. I don't want to spoil it for nobody who hadn't listened yet, but it's actually really fun.
And honestly, it was something I really took a chance on because I didn't know I could do that. When I wrote it with the idea someone else was going to do it. I said, oh, y'all will find somebody that maybe can do a good impression type thing. And recorded this thing 3 different times, and one time to like a beat that they couldn't use the beat, couldn't get cleared. Right. Another time to a different beat, but then they needed the acapella so they could put the beat to it themselves, and all that stuff. And I know there's so many podcasts and so much stuff for people's time right now, and I just appreciate y'all taking the time to, because this is, in a way, it's almost it's a different muscle really than even when I write for Game Theory or even when I do the podcast and stuff. Like, it's not just I wrote a story, 2 parts of the story, and even without like the team around it and the help and everyone making each other better, a lot of the meat of that is me, and it felt great to hear people doing it, performing it, and it felt great also to push myself to do that role, because it's not something I would have ever pictured myself doing, but man, it was so fun. So thank y'all.
And it's actually kudos to the behind the scenes people, because they do a lot of hard work. Because as somebody who kind of sits in the background and kind of, I can kind of hear the things y'all talk about and things y'all discuss, and to actually see a lot of your ideas and just the collective group ideas come to life, just to hear just the background, the sound effects, like things that you don't really get to hear. Like if y'all just doing like I won't say a dry run, but y'all just doing like a regular run where you just kind of hashing out and going through it, to hear all the things they add, things that I wouldn't even imagine that they could do. It is a beautiful, beautiful thing. And it's amazing. And I know I've done audio plays and things like that, but it's amazing how they chop things up to literally make it sound like people who probably recorded these things at separate times, separate places, separate locations, like they're having a full-fledged conversation. That's just, I'm just in awe to that, because that's a lot of editing and a lot of listening, a lot of chopping and screwing and putting and seaming pieces together. So it is actually a lot of hard work for people that don't really understand the behind the scenes to get a lot of that shit done.
Yes. So yeah, definitely. And sound design, editing, producing, all that stuff is, when I write it or record my parts, I'm essentially done with my stuff, unless they ask me to do it again or something. But for the most part, it's out of my hands. And even as an idea, to see where other people contribute things and sound design and stuff, and you're like, cool, they brought this together,
and they brought it to life.
Oh, yeah. they played like a little bit of the People's Court theme song, and that's what brought this one line to life, and stuff like that is just, it's awesome. And I'm enjoying being part of the group and part of the work. And on Tuesdays when stuff comes out, I'm always like, impressed, but also like I'm listening to it like I didn't even write it, like a fan, like to see if it works.
Like Roger said, they're doing a lot of things that he's not privy to until this is actually a finished product.
Yep. Yeah. Let's go ahead and get into just some show stuff. I guess we'll just start with just let's start with some regular news. Let me play some music so I can know where to drop this commercial.
Okay.
Your boy Tim Scott lodged Iowa at the state fair, and he dismisses the new Trump indictment as un-American. Yep. That is un-American to indict the person that tried to overthrow the government.
Overturn the motherfucking government.
The guy that tried to
would never do, but he does it and is un-American.
Still tried to steal the Georgia electorate from the voters of Georgia. He has been accused of that, and you think it's un-American to?
Yeah, they don't want no accountability, but the only accountability is for everybody else but them. Literally, that's what they mean.
This is why I say they're running for vice president.
Oh yeah,
him, DeSantis, they're all running for vice president. They have conceded that Donald Trump is going to beat them unless something happens to Donald Trump. And so they're playing scared. They're playing scared because I think, they're scared of his voters not voting for them. If something happens and it comes down to Trump voters needing to vote for them, they know they won't.
No, they won't.
What's funny
is
they
won't vote just before they vote for somebody else.
And what's funny to me is that even if Trump bows out of the race, those people still won't vote for you, Tim Scott.
No, they will not.
And they won't vote for DeSantis either. It's not even just a race thing. They only want to vote for Trump.
That's it. They don't care about nobody else.
So, to see him try to swing this shit is just so fucking stupid and short-sighted, but it's also why we don't take you seriously. Did you ever get your apology from DeSantis? No.
I know we've talked about the two-tiered system of justice. You see it in the past, but if we could look into Georgia specifically, right? We all heard that phone call with the former president, then president at the time, where he said, just find me the requisite number of votes that I would need. Doesn't that feel anti-American? Doesn't that feel like not what a president should do?
I'll just continue to say it as I see it, which is that we see the legal system being weaponized against political opponents. That is un-American and unacceptable. At the end of the day, we need a better system than that. I frankly hope to see the President of the United States where we have an opportunity to restore confidence and integrity in all of our departments of justice.
Yeah, but that phone call, you heard.
Also, this Republican version of restore confidence in our systems, one of the ways you restore confidence would be to do the job of prosecuting the people, no matter how high it goes. Right. Nothing undermines the confidence in the Justice Department or Georgia State Attorney. Like, nothing would undermine my confidence in them more than them saying, hey, I'm sorry, but if Trump wants to steal the election, Well, there's no recourse about that.
Right. There's nothing we could do.
It would be political for us to pursue the charges for him doing the thing that is illegal. It will be too political, guys.
Right?
Yes, but we've just drawn different conclusions. Next
You
one.
think it's fine? You would.
Yeah, that's because it's a Republican, but you let that be a Democrat, they'd have been to lock him up, throw away the key. So what are we talking about here?
He's a mealy mouth coward.
Oh yeah. He's not gonna be vice president. He's not gonna be the cabinet. No, none of that.
He's a coward, and nobody gonna respect you.
Why would they?
You know what I mean? Like, this is why the fuck nobody respects you, and this is why I'm never gonna take people seriously that act like we should somehow give our vote to these people. I don't see what you're looking at. I don't even understand. Other than being a contrarian, what possibly could there be a reason that you want to do this?
All right, it literally makes no sense.
So, all right, let's get into some other news. A woman was awarded $1.2 billion after her ex-boyfriend spied on her and published intimate images during Zoom meetings.
Yeah, goddamn right.
Yeah,
Don't do that bullshit.
Don't do it.
Don't do it. And this is the thing about relationships and all this shit. And, you know, one of the things where, particularly in straight relationships, a lot of straight dudes, they just fuck it up for all the men. You know, because there's sometimes where people be like, well, I don't mind sending pics to you, or we was in a relationship and I sent you these pics because we was in a relationship. We're not in a relationship no more. Jealous, pettiness, whatever. And then because of patriarchy, you know, putting shit out about me is fucking embarrassing, and people can call me slut and hoe. So it's a personal attack. Yes, hold people accountable for that bullshit. Hold them accountable and go to goddamn jail. Don't do that bullshit.
The victim claimed that Marquise Jamal Jackson, I don't have a picture, but promised she'd spend the rest of her life trying to erase the material from the internet.
Right.
Her ex-boyfriend harassed her for years and even posted sexual explicit images of her online without her knowledge or consent. She was awarded $1.2 billion in damages. A copy of the revenge porn lawsuit filed by the victim in 2022 was reviewed by The Messenger. In it, The Messenger is the website for this. In it, the victim alleged the abuse and harassment began soon after she ended her 4-year relationship with Marquise Jamal Jackson in 2020. The lawsuit alleges Jackson created fake profiles and published compromising pictures and videos of the victim on Facebook, Twitter, and Pornhub. Jackson also emailed the photos and videos to the woman's relatives, friends, and coworkers. All of it was done to ruin her. I'm gonna tell you right now, if there's somebody that you want to ruin and you have their naked pictures, and I'm one of the people that is their friend or family or whatever, one of the people you think, I need to ruin this person, it's not gonna work. I'm sorry to tell you, but if you got some type of intimate picture of my friend or some family member in a compromising position or something, or some sex that they sent somebody, people sext, people do stuff, people show their titties to each other. It'll be fine. I'm not saying I want to see it, I don't. But if you think I'm gonna then turn on, like what is your? I see somebody's titties I'm not supposed to see, and then I'll be like, well, goddamn, this whore of this Jezebel, I'm stoning her tonight. Like, what do you think is gonna happen? I'm gonna go, oh my God, I can't believe this person did this to you. Girl, we need to go to the police. We need to beat his ass.
And we need to press charges. And the thing is, the law is slow. Within the past maybe 10 years, if it probably shorter than that in most states, if all 50 states have these laws where you could actually press, because before now you couldn't press charges. The shit was just out there, and you was like, the fuck am I supposed to do? This person's harassing me, this person is putting shit out here without my consent, and there's no repercussions. I can't do anything. That's stupid.
Yeah, so like it's interesting because we don't really have the apparatuses to truly get a handle on this stuff. It's been worse in the past. I watched a documentary on Netflix about, it was about pornography in general, and I thought it actually was pretty good and kind of had like what I would consider, for me, what's important when I watch those documentaries. I don't like the ones that are like thinly veiled anti-porn, anti-sex propaganda, because it's like a religious organization and they're trying to like trick you into being like, they're like, we just don't want women having sex. We don't want people having sex. We don't like the goal is to not have any of it. And then we're going to say that it's about sex trafficking, or we're going to say it's about that. But really that's not what's happening. We just are like, yuck, we don't want to see it.
Right.
Normally for religious reasons, you know.
And you don't have to watch. Nobody's
I know. But I don't like those documentaries because a lot of times it's just so bad. Like it's like it becomes transparent, like, okay. Because y'all don't want to acknowledge that there's plenty of people that watch, consume, participate, and make it that actually just want to do it.
Right.
And there's really, you know, it's like saying the strip club is a den of inequity and sin, and then it's like, yeah, and then, you know, no one's getting forced to go in the strip club. So the strip club is in all these communities because people want to see some titties or whatever the fuck. Right. So this documentary I thought was pretty fair though, because even when they brought up that stuff with people like suing Pornhub and all this stuff, some of those people were actually just religious people that were had money and were kind of trying to disguise their religious moral objections to the idea of people having sex on camera. And they went into like, yeah, this person does have these connections, but at the same time, like the points that I thought were so valid, and I don't know what you do with it, when you're allowing people to do most of the uploading and content creation with no real vetting of the people, there is a lot of room for shit like this. You know, I made a joke on a show a long time ago, but I said, you know, anytime, like, I think porn is so funny. Some of the ways, like, once we lost the recipes of porn having like companies that produced it and made DVDs and CDs, and they had to it. Well, I don't know about the vetting, but I mean, they had to come up with like a title and an angle or whatever. And so you would get, you know, but man, such and such, or this, that, you know, whatever the titles were, right? Once we lost out on that, and it just became like, you could take your phone and record yourself having sex in your dingy apartment with the fucking fire alarm beeping every 2 seconds because you ain't changed the battery. It changed something because now there's a bunch of mechanisms that aren't in place, right? So how do we know what you put up is okay? How do we know everyone was consenting to put in the video? How do we know everyone's the right age? You don't really know. And these companies, if Facebook can't curate Facebook, you know, whoever's doing these uploading these porn sites, they're not really able to curate it in a real-time fashion that truly says, oh, this is revenge porn, take it down. This person does not know they're being filmed, take this down.
Agreed. And you know, and when I was saying before about it, no, it's not perfect, but there was some checks and balances as far as I just hold these companies accountable.
I was the point I was making wasn't the one you was trying to make.
Right. No problem.
That's the only reason I said so.
Okay.
I'm saying, like, back in the day, you would have like a, you know, even if it was a disrespectful title, like, you know, Black Street Hookers or something, there's still like a certain mechanism that a company had to copyright that or something, you know, like there's a patent somewhere. I don't know how it works, but like there's a series. Now you really have titles, and it might be somebody's just government name. That's something you never would have had before. Like, you've never,
everybody goes by a stage, quote unquote, stage name.
Right. Like, you never looked on the back cover of a DVD or a VCR tape, and it was like LaShonda Jones, you know. But people with this revenge porn, they put people's full name, address, all this type of stuff. And once it's out there, it's out there. People are downloading. People had this stuff for life. People are harassing these people, finding them on social media, all this stuff. It's very dangerous, is my point. So some of this goes to, and it's not just Pornhub. I'm saying Pornhub, but before people get, because I think, you know, there's a lot of, I don't know, porn shaming, I guess. I don't know what the right word is. You can do the same thing on Facebook and Twitter, guys. So before you even go, oh, it's the skeeviness of porn. We as a society have just decided Upload first, ask questions later.
Yep.
So any of this
Consequences
shit,
be damned.
no one, and the only, you know what they rely on to catch it? Us.
Yeah.
After I've seen whatever I'm not supposed to see,
Correct.
I'm supposed to report it to so-and-so, and I guess they'll get to it when they get to it. And if it gets re-uploaded, if the person creates bots account, I got to find every video. They got to do it.
And that's impossible.
You know, a lot of times they're not helpful when it comes to like helping the police and stuff and this stuff. Like, it's a very fucked up thing to do. And the point I'm trying to make is that it's such a huge thing to do to a person to try to destroy their life with this, that 1.2 billion, I'm sure she'll never see that money because that person ain't got 1.2 billion. But the statement that it's making,
yes,
I appreciate that.
Yeah, I appreciate that too, because it's one of the things where, all jokes aside, and I know it happens to everybody of every race and every, gender and sexuality, but this right here is targeted mostly towards women. And that's why overall nobody actually gives a fuck, because this targeted women. Because women are actually the ones who are targeted, the ones who they put their shit out there. They know people going to slut shame them. That's the whole point. They know they're going to bash you. They know they're going to talk about you. They know they're going to run your name through, regardless of what was happening in the tape or why it was happening or if you consented. None of that bullshit matters, because it's just human nature for a lot of people just to judge. And the same people that's judging you is crossing their fingers going, I hope don't no shit get out there about me, because it's a lot of people with a lot of pics and a lot of people's phones and floating around that's never seen the light of day, and they just hope it don't see the light of day. So everybody out here going by a wing and a prayer, hoping that they shit don't get out here. But those same people are very quick to judge people's shit who actually does get out against their will.
Yeah, I remember when they had that celebrity hacking thing. And people were like, well, if you don't want it, just don't take no pictures. And it's like, there's a picture of your dick on your phone somewhere. There's a picture of somebody else's titties on your phone somewhere. Shut the fuck up. Just shut the fuck up. You don't know. It could have happened to you.
Right.
Stop acting like you're better just because you're not famous enough for people to give a fuck. But anyway, I'm glad they got that this dude got the judgment against him. And yeah, this is one of those, like you brought up at the beginning so astutely, it's one of those new type of crimes.
Yep.
Where you can't really say that it's something that has that the laws haven't been planning for this because it wasn't foreseen. So yeah. Another thing I want to talk about, Keke Palmer put out a video with Usher called Boyfriend.
Oh shit now.
She sticks it to her ex in another bodysuit in the Boyfriend video with Usher. I haven't even watched the video. I've seen clips of it on Twitter and stuff.
I haven't seen it.
Yeah, the symbolism heavy video for the new song titled Boyfriend, which was released Wednesday. Palmer, 29, gets ready with her girlfriends in a robe, sports bra, and boxers before slipping into a black bodysuit and sweatpants in a reference to the sexier, bustier bodysuit and sheer dress she wore in July. Lyrics to the song, which seem to be a clear tongue-in-cheek dig at Jackson. Jackson is her ex-boyfriend, I guess. Now, they're saying ex-boyfriend in this article, so I guess they broke up.
Oh, I don't know.
I know. I don't know either.
Yeah.
I have a friend that said, they were seen at a party together this weekend.
So you never know.
There's an article that I'll read in a second that he talked about moving on, but if you read between the lines, I'm not really sure if that means they broke up or not.
Right.
There's also this thing too where like at this point it's content. I wouldn't put it past. This is not a wishful hoping that I really don't care either way, but I wouldn't put it past people in the spotlight to make content. Like Offset and Cardi B turned that whole like, oh, he accused her of cheating into that song they did together called Jealousy. So like, was that content the whole time? Did they decide to capitalize on the pandemonium? Was any of it real? I don't know.
Yeah, you never know.
But yeah, so the lyrics include, somebody said your boyfriend's looking for me. Well, that's cool. Well, he should know I'm pretty easy to find. Just look for me wherever he sees you. And at the end of the video, she says her boyfriend on the phone that she missed the fictional concert because I was so tired. I'm a mother after all, with a knowing wink to the camera referencing her now ex complaints.
I'm a mother after all.
She's so funny. The revealing looks likely wouldn't have received a stamp of approval from Jackson, who tweeted, "It's the outfit, though, you a mom," in a now deleted Twitter account alongside a viral video of his then girlfriend being serenaded by Usher. Blah, blah, blah. There's a bunch of stuff we already know. Oh, and then this one. Palmer and Jackson broke up after 2 years of dating in the wake of his controversial remarks, as people reported Wednesday. So I guess they did break up. I don't know. He's moved on, an insider told the magazine. Perhaps Jackson may be more approving of Keke's other outfit in the dream sequence video, which saw the star and the Confessions crooner sport the same brown leather jacket, white t-shirt as they sing and dance in the casino. So, I don't know. If they broke up, I guess if they broke up, it's kind of wild to me. But I just imagine they must have had some shit going on.
Yep.
I doubt it was one thing.
It's some other underlining things, and that's kind of was the last straw.
Because as embarrassing as that thing was, there's people that get over that kind of shit if you have a healthy or good relationship, especially at that age. People fuck up. And then you figure it out.
That's very young.
If y'all are both committed to like figuring it out. But yeah, him saying he's moved on and shit. I don't know. Neither have addressed their status of the relationship publicly. A rep for Palmer declined to comment. So I mean, I guess according to the source, Jackson is focused on an acting career, wants to put the drama behind him, and turns a co-parent, and the pair are making it work. As a source, you don't have to be in the same household to be good parents. Who's the source?
Him?
Right. Like, who else would know his side of things? Who called people? So I don't know, man. I think the thing for me is like, it makes sense if they're not together. It would make sense because I've been saying it's been, how long ago was that Usher thing happened? It's been a minute.
About a month.
Like at least longer. Like a month or so, right?
Yeah, a month and a half,
possibly two. This video is like the latest thing, but she's been making content based off of showing the world that, you know, it's fuck her boyfriend, he not fitting the da-da-da-da for a minute. And like, it wasn't no one or two things. It's, you know, it's a bunch of shit. And I remember someone, I don't know if they wrote up here, I think they did write in the feedback and was like, well, we don't know that it's really like something she's doing that's about her boyfriend. I was like, well, I mean, if you want to make me have to be the most naive version of myself, maybe, but as a human being, it's impossible for it not to be about her boyfriend because of the context. Like, everyone knows what happened, and she's responding to it on the internet, and he ain't nowhere to be found. Like, I mean, I don't think I'm reaching to be like, seem like some of this stuff is about the fact that she knows it's gonna make him look stupid and we're gonna laugh at him. And I've seen people, even when this thing came out, people being like, yeah, you know, he just got to hold this L and all that shit. And I'm like, that's what we say for us. But that ain't the father of my kid. That's not a real person I need to be in my life.
Right.
That's for her. And the only thing I really get nervous about or wonder about, I shouldn't say nervous. The only thing I wonder about is when you start making content for the internet, because of course we hate this nigga. We don't know him. And the one thing we know about him is the shit he tweeted and that he's your baby daddy. Meaning, if the nigga is not in you and your baby's life anymore, it'll affect you in a way it will never affect any of us. We don't care.
Do not. But
I wonder, especially, I remember, you know, Keke must have been like 20 or so, in the early days of Twitter. And it was not uncommon for her to say something, stick her foot in her mouth, and then Twitter would jump in her shit like she was the enemy. Like, she,
happened on several occasions.
She used to just say stuff, and I'm not trying to defend what she was saying, but it was like, she's a kid basically,
right? And
she's saying, you know, like, well, why can't you just get a passport or something? You know, like whatever. So, you know, stuff that people say at that age, and the way they turned on her. And I just keep thinking, this is the kind of thing where if she ever slips, says something, does something, these motherfuckers not really her friends. They're not really rooting for her. They know she got rabbit ears. They know she's paying attention to our responses online. And I wonder if that's when they turn and be like, ha, 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 you lost your baby daddy. You know, try and make videos. Like the same things they rooted for, they'll use against her.
Yeah, and the thing is, they'll turn on her no matter what because she's young. Guess what? These niggas can be back together next week. People break up and get back together all of the time. So if she was to get back together with her, so it's a lose-lose
They would
situation.
probably clown that. Yeah.
They would clown her. You know, he embarrassed you. How dare you go back with him? You know, so either way, it's a lose-lose situation.
Yeah, it's a lot of creating content. And I guess I'm going to always be a little bit hesitant when people are creating content from stuff that I feel like is important to them and real.
Mm-hmm.
And they're kind of creating content for the oohs and ahs of the internet because I don't trust the internet. I just think too often we've seen
consistent.
People just on a whim decide we're piling on this person and they don't care about that. All the shit they talk about mental health and stuff, they don't actually care about that shit.
Nope.
They don't care about your full humanity. They don't care about you being a black woman.
Nope.
Look how many people have chosen like fuck anything that could possibly be the side, like Lizzo could explain what's happening. How many people have ran off with like, nope, she did everything she's accused of. It's all fucked up. It don't matter. She ain't shit no more.
Yep.
Ain't nobody doing the black woman shit, blah, blah, blah. She win a Grammy next year. Then they'll go, why do we always cancel black women for just, we didn't even let her say what she, you know, we didn't wait for her to have a day in court. That's what they do. It's all shocking.
They're all over the place.
It's all shocking of the minute, spur of the moment reactions. These aren't real relationships. These aren't friends. They're parasocial relationships. So I do wonder if we're just, 3-6 months away from people being, mad at her for some other shit and then using this to clown her now or whatever, but he for his part, he's been silent the whole fucking time since he fucked up. So I don't know if they just broke up and that's the end of it. I don't know if he ain't said no more stupid shit, which is the smartest thing that anyone could have told him to do.
Right.
But that doesn't necessarily mean they worked it out or whatever.
Right. Like I said, it don't mean they worked it out. It don't mean they might not work it out. It don't mean 6 months to a year from now, the possibility that they get back together. Because like you say, we don't have to deal with the consequences of being with a baby daddy and not being with him. Like we don't have to deal with these
and
things.
They could be fine right now. This could just be them creating more content. But
agreed. You never know.
It doesn't seem like it just because he ain't involved in any of it.
Right.
So normally when people make content like this, it's to show the world where everything's cool, not hey baby, it'd be smart, keep just shitting on me every day in this real problem that we really did have in real life forever. Right. It's like Beyonce made Lemonade, but you see how she ended that Lemonade with like, hey guys, I still love Jay-Z and we together. She didn't end Lemonade like, and I'm gonna be making the next album about his ass and the next one, because at that point it's just more about the content. And I think people get lost in the sauce. Yeah,
because when it comes to content, everybody consumes everybody else, and they really don't even think about their humanity at all until something happens where they're forced to look at their humanity. And even then, some people still don't care.
Yeah, I'm just like, imagine if something happened with me and Karen. Karen did something I didn't like, or she did, vice versa. Mm-hmm. How many videos, if I'm doing a month worth of videos off it, y'all would probably be like, something really happened. And, like those that care about us, right, would be like, care. I hope they're okay, as opposed to this like, haha, get them, sis, like that's, which is why I'm like, I'm not even sure. Like if I had a friend they had an issue in their relationship and it's been over a month and they're still talking to me about it, I would be like, okay, this is serious.
Right.
I wouldn't just be like,
really bothering you.
Clearly,
right?
It's just all jokes for content. And so I'm not shocked if they broke up just because it would make sense. Mm-hmm. That's the kind of thing you do when you're going to or have broken up with somebody. You don't just keep being in public shitting on the person or making fun of the person. And, I know people are going to try to make it sound like that's not what she was doing, but I don't know. I'm not stupid. I watched the videos.
Right.
The jokes there was a lot of "I'll get another boyfriend" shit and dancing and songs and stuff. It was a lot of good content. I watched it all. I loved it. But yeah, it's not my baby daddy. Rudy Giuliani. He allegedly used vulgar language, criticized Jewish people for celebrating Passover, and took aim at celebrities, according to transcripts of audio recordings. The transcripts filed on Tuesday are part of a lawsuit against Giuliani brought by Noel Dunphy, which accuses the mayor of, rape and sexual abuse. I didn't know that. He has denied the allegations. The publication of the transcripts comes after media outlets identified Giuliani as one of the alleged co-conspirators in the federal indictment on Donald Trump. He's not been charged with any crime by Jack Smith's investigation. Once again, strategically, because Jack Smith is trying to prosecute Trump as fast as possible. Dunphy says she worked for the mayor as a consultant from 2019 to 2021. At the time, Giuliani was Trump's personal lawyer. The transcripts, which have been certified by a court reporting agency, show brief remarks Giuliani made during conversations in 2019 that were filed in response to Giuliani's request to have part of Dunphy's lawsuit struck out. He made the request to the judge overseeing the case, arguing the allegations against him were false and claims about his supposed sexual proclivities toward Dunphy were meant to portray Giuliani as a sexual deviant. I doubt it's false, but it could be part of the thing. But if I'm accusing you of sexual abuse and assault, and I'm gonna bring up the sexual comments you made. That seems relevant.
Yeah, it seems relevant. And it's one of those things where, the Borak did them videos of him. And all jokes aside, like a lot of shit that's coming out was like, oh, so a lot of this shit, it sounds like this was some shit that you probably did all of the time. And he just happened to catch you on video for this thing right here and put it out. But then it was like, oh, dog, like, I believe that you did a lot of shit people are accusing you of, because it's like, the way a lot of that shit went down, it was like, okay, you're very comfortable doing this.
And yeah, he they, for his part, his lawyers are alleging that this woman has a history of making harassment claims against men to make money and stuff. Now, I don't see where that's in this article that's proven, or
right. They just
something like that. But you can't put anything past Giuliani and them.
Right.
But yeah, they do have the transcripts from March 4th, 2019. Mr. Giuliani, every place. Miss Dunphy, you were finding a little place in the woods. Him, get off the airplane in the new city. Her on the airplane. Him, go right to the hotel. Give these such and such money. Her on the dining room table. Him, yeah, we go right ahead wherever on the floor, the living room. As soon as we get in, we don't even make it to the bedroom. Her, yes, all the clothes came off. Oh yes, oh God, she said. Let the doorman wait outside to bring in the luggage. Wait, we need a little time alone. Yeah, I need a little time alone with my girlfriend here. She said, that's right. He said, with my daughter. She said, that's right. He said, with my little girl. She says that was in and then I guess that got cut out or something. So it sounds like this woman worked for him and he was sexting her, and in addition to actually having real sex with her. So I guess the daughter thing is, supposed to be like a shameful kink that he has. It's the same thing with Lizzo. That's what a lawsuit's supposed to do. Like,
right, make you.
He said this shit. I'm not even saying what that part might be consensual, not even criminal, but it does make people feel a way about it, and don't nobody like him already. So guess what? It makes you look bad. Mr. Giuliani says, I want to own you officially. Her, oh yeah. He said, legally with a document. She said, put your name on, and then it got cut off. And then he says, I guess that's it for that one. The 12th. Come here, big tits. Come here, big tits. Your tits belong to me. Give them to me. I want to claim my tits. I want to claim my tits. I want to claim my tits. These are my titties.
Yes. Terrible sexting.
I don't know how to sex, Karen. I honestly,
That's old man
I'm
sex.
bad at it too. I've never tried. I get too much in my head. I think I would just run it.
You just ruined the moment.
Miss Dunphy says, "Oh yeah." First of all, I feel like "oh yeah" response to that is basically like she's not even looking at these messages. That's just like the Siri auto feel.
Yeah, she was like, "Oh yeah, old man," because I guarantee you, she's probably a fraction of his age.
Yeah, I feel like she's playing Marvel Snap on one screen, and then she's like, "Oh shit, let me go back and check the text real quick." Oh yeah,
heart emoji. Oh yeah. I like it, baby. Okay.
Now, should I play Iceman or should I go with Yondu? Because see, Yondu can destroy one at day. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and go with Iceman. Oh, hold on, got another text. Yes. All right, back to this. These breasts belong to me. Nobody else can get near these. Okay. I don't care if they're flirting or they give you business cards. These are mine. You got it. They give you business cards. That must be the white man's way of flirting, of trying to holler at you.
Give you a business card. You ain't gonna never. Yes, I guess business card is hey, I actually don't give a fuck about you. Here's the cards. I can look at them titties. Apparently,
I don't know. It's like a Republican, the Republican white man way of claiming like getting with women is like, yeah, you got to give them the business card. Let them know what's up.
Give them the business card to give them the business later on. Apparently,
right. It's business.
Yeah.
It's business time. Dunphy says yes. All that shit he wrote. Yes.
Okay. She might as well say K.
He's right. He said, understand I'm very fucking possessive. I've gone easy on you. She says, I don't know. He says, she's not listening. He said, I've been easy on you. Listening? She said, you're pretty tough on me. He said, I've been easy on you. Give them to me. Maybe. That's the end of that one. She says, who are the other Republicans who are celebrities? She said, he says, ain't too many. Brad, not Brad Pitt, the other guy that looks like him. She said Bradley Cooper. He said no, the other one. What's the hell his name? Now you know he old.
What's the hell his name?
And she said, well, Matt Damon is very liberal. And he says no, Matt Damon is a F word, the slur.
Oh no,
Matt Damon is 5'2", eyes are blue, coochie cool. What?
Matt Damon like, no, why am I in it?
And then she replied, what do you think she replied?
Okay.
Maybe.
Not maybe.
What does that mean?
He wasn't reading shit.
She was. I feel like she was
flip back and forth between the screens.
She was listening to a podcast, watching TV. She
cooking. She was doing other shit.
Right. You are my bitch, indiscernible bitch. You're my whore. You're my fucking slut. I guess that's another one. I wonder if there's like context before or after, because like if she worked for him, was he also like, yeah, I'm gonna need those. I'm gonna need you to sign off on the reports, and don't forget to take my dry cleaning to the cleaners. I need that back by 5. Got a very important minute. Did you see my cufflinks? Also, you are my bitch. Like. Is the meaning at 4 or 5? Those tits belong to me.
Right, I bet. Yeah, those were the parts that's left out of this convo.
Another time, April 1st, so maybe his excuse on this one will be it was April Fool's Day.
Right.
He said, Jews, they want... What?
How we get to Jews?
What?
What does Jews got to do with anything you talking about here, sir?
It's just -- Jews. They want to go to that freaking Passover all the time. Man, oh man, get over the Passover. It was like 3,000 years ago. Okay, the Red Sea parted, big deal. Not the first time that happened. Is this like his stand-up? He working on a type 5?
I don't know, but what are the people upset about this, but Jamie Foxx? Like, what I need for y'all to keep that same energy.
The way natural selection works, Jewish men have small cocks because they can't use them after they get married, whereas Italian men use them all their lives so they get bigger. Well, he's not a scientist, that's for sure. Guess that's part of his Giuliani stand-up. Maybe he'll be doing that after he gets out of prison.
Oh yes.
Coming to a town near you, dripping juice all over the stage.
He definitely can't. He definitely can't be a lawyer no more. They revoked that shit. I was like, no, bitch, you can't do no lawyering.
Right. What a terrible person. Also, I just can't think of anything worse than sexting with fucking sexting with Giuliani. Like,
no, that shit sounds so goddamn boring.
I don't know the details because I haven't been following it, but I don't know if it was like she knew part of the job was going to be, I got to fuck this nigga every once in a while or something, or she was cool with it, or what he did that went over the line. There's nothing in the text that is about sexual assault, and I haven't, which is so interesting. That article is the first time I've even seen that mentioned, which, because everybody's been so obsessed with the text and the headline and all that stuff. But I'm like, this dude's being accused of rape and y'all aren't, that's not the leading part of the story. It's he had some awkward sex. I would think the sexual assault would be a bigger,
a lot bigger story, but you know, people are like, fuck that. Let's get to these texts.
Yeah. What do I know? I mean, we're a comedy podcast. Of course we want to laugh at the text, but I feel like Newsweek, the people
the real journalism.
Yeah, I got it from the AP. Like, y'all motherfuckers might want to go into some details about why he's been accused of sexual assault, but hey, don't let me do your job for you. What I fucking know. All right, let's get into some other segments. Let's do some fucking with black people. It's been a while. Black people, just fucking with those blacks. All right, fucking with black people time. We go around the globe, find different articles that make us feel fucked with, and then we score them from 0 to 100 in intervals of 25 for how much we feel fucked with. 0 being not at all, and of course 100 being a lot. And if it goes over 100, we say Dracarys, like because we just want to burn everything down. Today's contestants, everybody.
Black elementary school teacher being investigated. The Mesquite ISD says a black elementary school teacher being investigated for racist posts on social media abruptly resigned. Hello, everybody. I'm Heather Hayes.
And I'm Steve Eager. It's 9 o'clock. The district says that.
First of all, the fact that it's 2 white people reporting the news, I know they didn't do anything wrong, but it made me feel like they said, got one. Finally, one of them's being racist. Thought black people couldn't be racist. Wrong.
Even though they just reading what's in front of them.
I know they didn't do nothing, but it made me feel like they high-fived.
It do feel like that sometimes, don't it?
When they cut to the B-roll video, they was like, yes, let's go, Helen.
Now, former first grade teacher at Thompson Elementary School will also never be allowed to work at that district again. A post last night from the teacher says, in part, yes, y'all have found my job. They told me to delete the post, but my job is safe since I did not directly wish harm on all white people. They laughed and told me to watch what I say and I'll be good to go. Fox Sports' Peyton Yeager's in Mesquite.
And she also put, being a great teacher pays off very well when they know your true self, smiley face emoji. And the location is Earth. From Earth. Now,
that's where they're beaming from.
This is another reason you don't want to get lost in the sauce on the internet.
Hilarious, from Earth.
This is why you don't want to get lost in the sauce on the internet. Because every person that actually gives a motherfucker about you in your life was texting and calling you for sure. Like, girl, if you don't take that shit down, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Losing your good job for this bullshit?
You gotta, oh my goodness.
Say, and I'll be good to go. Fox Sports' Peyton Yeager's in Mesquite tonight with details and reaction. And
not them cutting to another white person for this story. Man, what is going on in this location?
Her last post there was not correct. Peyton.
Steve, now Mesquite ISD says that they were made aware.
Okay, just real quick. In my mind, there's an SNL sketch in my heart that is based on this story. And the joke is every time you cut to a new white person in the news team, they partying.
That would be fucking hilarious.
Like the reverse sketch of the one they did with the black news team, but like every time they cut to a white person, because I know white people be happy when they get one of us. I know they do, man. Like they don't want to admit it. I know, but it's so rare that you actually get a black person.
Like, not one of us.
It's so rare you get a black person losing their job over some actually kind of a fair point racism. Like normally it's like they fired this black principal because he took a picture on the beach with his white wife and they said that's critical race theory, and you're like, you can't celebrate that, really. You know that he didn't do nothing wrong,
right?
But every once in a while, once every 17 years, a black
like
person,
the cicadas,
a black person fucks up for real, and you do get the party because they did say some shit you shouldn't be saying.
Of the posts yesterday afternoon around 4 p.m. Now, some Mesquite parents, they forwarded us emails of now deleted posts from this teacher saying that they are disturbing.
Not the whites saving the screenshots like black Twitter.
Told you, they do. We the prototype. They just mimic us.
White Twitter CSI was on it.
We were pretty much shocked.
Mesquite parent Marcus Andrews says he and his wife read concerning social media posts from a J.R. Thompson first grade teacher Monday evening.
Now, he is black, by the way.
By Tuesday, Andrews learned the teacher was no longer with the district when Mesquite ISD released a statement. The district wrote, a teacher at Thompson Elementary posted a series of alarming racist statements to X, formerly known as Twitter.
I don't tolerate no type of racism or anything like that.
Other parents just learned about the posts in the afternoon pickup line on Tuesday.
No, I had no idea.
But the parents Fox 4 spoke to all had the same reaction.
I mean, it's wrong. That's embarrassing. No one is supreme.
It's upsetting and concerning.
Mesquite ISD says it became aware of the posts at the end of the day Monday, the first day of the new school year. An investigation was launched immediately. Several Mesquite...
Can you imagine you got off work, you ain't heard nothing yet, and the camera with a microphone flash in your face? What do you think about the teacher? What? I just got off work.
I'm just glad I don't have kids and this didn't happen to me, because I would have tried to be funny and end up getting myself fired. They were like, sir, did you see the racist post? I'm like, well, I don't have a lot of tolerance for racism, just a little bit. And I mean, I did see the post. I thought they were hilarious. And I said, when I see her at school today, I'll speak to her and just be like, girl, you can't say that in loud.
See, this is why we ain't got no kids. Our kids would probably get suspended. They were like, we was trying to be serious. They was like, Mr. and Mrs. Morrow, every time we tried to get serious, your baby broke out into a sketch.
Right.
And started writing and shit like
Parents
that.
emailed Fox 4 now deleted screenshots of the teacher's social media posts. Fox 4 isn't naming the teacher since the district hasn't released her name. The teacher's X account has since been deactivated. Her bio previously stated she is 29.
I'm 29 and just got fined. Muscle emoji, star eye emoji, queen pick me, and logical for free, pro-black men, black supremacists. Girl.
Child, she didn't want that job.
Girl.
Child, don't none of that say I'm an elementary school teacher.
I'm just saying, all the people in our audience that did have her back, she lost them, because that is the calling card of the, like, I hate black feminism. It's the black men are the ones that need to support, not the black women. She got Dr. Umar on everything. Oh, my goodness.
Some of y'all Negroes are sick.
Oh my goodness.
Talk about alkalines and shit. Get out of here.
Right. When they was like, you can't say that, you gonna get fired. She was like,
why do you need white man paperwork?
When that black dude said, I don't tolerate no racism.
Hold on, I got a Ku Klux Klan member on my page. Let me block this Ku Klux Klan member.
Oh, no.
Nobody's scared of y'all no more. Fuck out of here.
That's what she was saying.
And a black supremacist. Some of the tweets referred to the teacher threatening a white man's life for spending time with her sister. A screenshot of a text message.
I can't believe she has this cave dweller in my freaking house. 5 exclamation emoji.
Not cave dweller.
She said, I had to call my man for backup. Did she introduce y'all? No, she didn't. Well, you know why she didn't.
Right,
if you
because
this
you
mad,
already said
right,
you a black supremacist.
you know you the type of person she can't introduce him to. Come on now. No, she didn't. Oh my God, I'm trying to stay calm. She knows I'm racist.
Oh no!
This is what that person think our podcast is. LOL.
Oh, no!
That man looked
you
like.
know what? The white folks was high five because they was like, we normally get caught saying this dumb shit.
Finally, they got to see the inside of our group chat.
Right? They was like, this is what they be saying.
Finally. They was like, we got one.
Lord have mercy.
We finally got one. We finally got off heat.
Right? They was like, what is happening?
Oh man. LOL, that man looked like a straight up Trump supporter, said her boyfriend. Come and kill him for me. I promise I'll help you hide the body. Bring all 4 of your guns. Now, see, they don't even sound like it's the joke no more.
No, that sounds serious.
Message the teacher posted.
That's how you end up on Snapped and Fatal Attraction and shit.
Ain't it though?
For my man.
Says, I'm trying to remain calm. She knows I'm racist. The screenshot also shows the teacher sending a text to someone saying, come and kill him for me. I promise I'll help you hide the body. Bring all 4 of your guns.
Also, how much do her sister not pay her no attention in that she brought that white man in the house? No, her sister feel this way.
Child, she was like, they was like, you know she ain't gonna like it. You know, she said, fuck that bitch.
She's like, right.
And bought them on up in there anyway. What's she gonna do?
Right.
Another post says, quote, I enjoy being racist. I'm never changing. Monday evening, the teacher claimed on social media she wasn't going to get fired, writing, quote, they told me to delete the post, but my job is safe since I did not directly wish harm on all white people. They laughed and told me to...
Now that we've seen the post, do you believe this is what happened?
No, the fuck I don't. I do not believe nothing this person said. I don't believe you. This is some young people shit, your own interpretation. You went in there, and them people was like, you need to take this down. And she act like she was in that motherfucking high-fiving them. Them people wasn't laughing at you.
She was talking about
them angry-ass parents calling up there they got to deal with because you out here cutting the motherfucking food.
She was plotting a murder. And she said...
But they laughed.
She said the people at the school was like, girl, you crazy. Just don't...
Girl, you good?
It's okay if you just want to murder one person. That's...
You ain't say all the white people.
Right. You said kill some of the white people. Well, that's fine.
I don't believe anything you said.
Watch what I say, and I'll be good to go. Tuesday, the district revealed the first grade teacher resigned and is not eligible for rehire. The district would not comment on whether it planned on firing her.
Tell you why
she submitted.
Let me tell you why she resigned. They was like, look, you either resign or we're going to fire you.
Mm-hmm.
Like, not trying to be funny.
Well, also because that meeting didn't go how she said it.
No, it did not.
There's no fucking way.
There's no way this meet. Not only when you resign, they was like, bitch, you can't go nowhere else in our CMS system. Never, ever again.
It's not CMS.
Not CMS, but the whole system.
Before
like,
that would happen.
Absolutely. She needed to be. Absolutely.
Tuesday afternoon, we visited the address listed for the teacher in public records.
Now, I don't know. I'm going to be honest. That's why the news braver than me in this podcast. I'm not, as a white woman, I'm not rolling up on the doorstep of the woman that said, get 4 guns. I'm racist. I want to shoot a white person.
That'd be so bold.
Good for you, I guess. But the privilege don't work that way.
And what happened? Nobody came to the door?
Hopefully. That's the best case scenario. If she's home, it might get worse.
Right.
Someone peeked through the blinds, but no one answered the door.
So as a scholar,
because white people don't come to her house. She's not going to answer because y'all should have sent a black person if you wanted to answer.
You know what? Yeah, I bet you, yeah. That would have made more sense.
Let's see what this brother talking about.
To the door.
So as a scholar, as a parent, as a father, as a black man, I want it to be known that again, that is not acceptable. That is not the standard. I want it to be known that is not indicative of all black people in Mesquite.
Now I'm going to just stop right here, okay? Because I already know what y'all are saying. I already know what the super woke pro-black people are saying about these black people, especially these two dudes that are so full-throatedly against this racism. Y'all are like,
I don't know what's so hilarious. Oh, I know. You're a coon.
yeah, I know that's what y'all thinking.
Coons will be coons. What do you want me to say?
I know that's what y'all saying. Okay,
Yeah, but they on camera.
But they on camera and they live in this community, and the news just ambushed them. Like, go ahead and
that's what happened. They
go
just
ahead
got
and
off shift picking up their babies.
get this smoke too. And they like, not for this dummy. I'm not finna risk it all in my baby going to school for these dummies. So I sympathize with these people. But I know you thought it. I know you thought the weakest link. I know you thought. I felt it. I felt it in real time just now.
Yeah, I get it. They in that long ass line, this hot ass heat, waiting for school to let out. Here comes some cameraman or camerawoman, a person throwing a camera in your face.
Live on Channel 4 News.
Live.
Excuse me, sir. What do you think about this woman that says she want to kill a white man for being white and that she is racist and she's a black supremacist? Nope, sir. And if it is, I ain't seen none.
I do not stand by racist comments. I don't want my teachers to be racist.
Now the district tells us
they're gonna be like, man, but you play a game called Guess the Race. That is completely different than this scenario we're talking about right here.
That's
I also don't teach children.
We also never made jokes about getting guns and killing people. So calm down.
Now, the district tells us the teacher has been with Mesquite ISD for 4 years, 3 years here at Thompson Elementary and 1 year at Seaborn Elementary. The district also tells us that the principal here at Thompson should have sent an email to all of the families in her class explaining what happened.
Oh, so now the principal in trouble. The teacher also gave all the black children A's and the white children got F's. We don't know what happened.
We can't explain.
It's very interesting what happened. All right, Karen. 0 to 100.
Oh, this right here gets a 100. You can't do that. You just can't do that. No, that's ridiculous. And yeah, statements like that you should not be allowed to teach again. Like I'm like you really shouldn't. If it was a white teacher, I would say it. So I'm saying the same thing about her. You can't be like this and be teaching children.
Yeah. I think I would give this a 0. I'm not fucked with, honestly. Like, she said what she said. I think it was stupid what she said. Even dumber to publicize that and put it online. I can't. I honestly can't believe the lack of foresight there. You were teaching kids? You're 30? That's wild. So yeah, I don't feel fucked with. That seemed like a thing that's supposed to happen. Do one more. What does jigaboo mean? Wisconsin State Fair racial slur cow controversy explained. The Wisconsin State Fair is famous for its rides, delicious food, and drinks. However, a recent controversy emerged when a cow named Jigaboo was presented with an award at the ceremonies. American citizens were outraged.
Blackface?
Don't think so. American citizens. What? American citizens? Anyway, were outraged by the use of the term as it is a derogatory slur, using so African Americans, according to the Milwaukee Journal Sentinel. The family exhibitor, Tianda Hildebrandt, and the state fair have since apologized to the black community. The cow's name was changed after the Wisconsin Fair controversy about the racial slur. First of all, do cows even recognize their names? I don't know enough about cows to know, so I don't want to say some reckless shit like cows don't know, because I ain't never raised no cows. I ain't never been on a farm. If you say, Bessie, come here, does a cow know I'm Bessie and you're talking to me? Or like, because it's just something I've never seen in like a TV show or anything. But naming this cow after Jason Whitlock is wild as fuck to me. The Wisconsin State Fair began on August 3rd and will continue until August 13th. On August 5th, a post was shared at on the fair's Twitter account. It showed the cow named Jigaboo winning in the top senior 3-year-old category. Of course, that's a slur used as an insult for black people, according to Webster.com. The word is defined as a combination of jig and bugaboo, as per the online etymology dictionary. Jig is, of course, a derogatory term since the late 18th century, and bugaboo is a term used for something that frightens a child or fancied object of terror. So a man named David Blake was casually walking by the state fair with his friends and family. He noticed a peculiar name, Jigaboo, posted by a cow, which surprised him. So he took a picture and posted it online. It's one of those words, one of those few words that should be totally off limits. I mean, there's a big one that we all know, and I think it's on the same level. Let's talk about the N-word. Disgusting and definitely not something people should be using. The shame on the state fair. I'd assume there'd be policies in place where they kind of look at the names and everything, why this was allowed to get through. And so then, like Twitter got on top of it and they replied, the fair, they took it down and said, we do not tolerate or condone about it. That is your policy, blah, blah, blah. 0 to 100.
It's 100. I don't believe you. Jigaboo been around forever. Jigaboo old enough to be in the senior category. Mm-hmm. So this is something that you knew. This is something that's been going around, probably been decades and shit like this. Because you know what? You don't have no Jewish racial slurs. We
know of.
Right. Well,
no Jewish people was walking by to see the signs. Who knows what they were saying?
Right. And that
one of the cows is named They Killed Jesus. So I don't think they were the black church out there. So I think that's one.
And so yeah, it gets a 100 because this is not new. Y'all just got caught, and then y'all trying to backtrack and try to clean your shit up. There's too many people that see this, because I don't know much about fairs, but I'm pretty sure this is an organized event, which means, guess what? Last time I checked, a cow couldn't write its name. So a human being had to motherfucking write, type, post Jigaboo somewhere beside the cow.
What if it was in a barn and they saw the cow's name on a web because a spider had put it up there because it could type names?
Some Jigaboo? Wonderful Jigaboo. Marvelous Jigaboo. Outstanding Jigaboo. That's what it would say then.
I give it 50. I'm not that fucked with, to be honest. It's kind of funny.
It is funny now. That's why I didn't get Jakaris.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. But it is ridiculous. And I'm with you. You're not wrong at all in how you feel. But oh my God. Oh, that's so crazy. They're like, Jigga what? Jigaboo? Oh,
the best Jigaboo in the barn.
I want to meet the rest of the motherfucking cows on that farm.
Right?
Maybe they got a racist version of Old McDonald over there. I want to know all his motherfucking animal names. Like, this donkey is called Moon Cricket. Like, what? Why you name it that?
Right?
You don't want to know these chickens because there's a lot of, let's just say there's a lot more than black people I don't like. All right, let's move into, let's start wrapping this up. Let's do some guess the race so we can start getting out of here.
Okay.
Here we go. This time for guess the race. 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 There's still 2 days. There's still 2 days until we can post our videos back on YouTube. But honestly, there's no fucking way we're staying on YouTube. It's no way. We do too many jokes like this. And they don't have a filter that says they're black people, they can do it.
Yeah,
so
flag, Jigaboo, and everything. Right?
Just understand, if you ever want to see these videos, go to Crowdcast.
.io,
because I'm telling you, man, these YouTube, they gonna get us out of there. They determined.
Right? They're like, nope, you're breaking another rule.
All right, let's go to the first one. A woman is arrested for breaking into a home, stealing a bra, a sweatshirt, and a truck.
Oh shit! What are these things? What this is MacGyver? What the fuck you gonna do with that?
Maybe she didn't have no shirt. A Jasper woman is accused of breaking into a home, entering several vehicles, stealing one of them from outside. They said the sheriff got called after receiving a report of a woman entering vehicles. A neighbor said he noticed the woman looking through 3 vehicles while like she was looking for something. He told deputies he asked the woman a question and she seemed a little off.
Not a little off.
Right. You never want to be a little off. You know? It's because honestly, you know what a little off really means? A lot off. It always means a lot off.
Yes.
Like if you said, like if you were sitting behind somebody with some natural deodorant and you said they smell a little off, what you really mean is they stink.
Yes, but you
It's
want
never a little
say
off.
that.
Yeah, you're trying to be nice, but it never really means what they say it means, does it? At any rate, the neighbor told deputies that the woman drove away in a black GMC Sierra 2500 truck and saw her return about 6 minutes later, only to leave almost immediately. I guess they terminals does always return to the scene of the crime. The neighbor said he had surveillance video of the woman walking around the property playing with the homeowner's dog. Did she know them? What?
What is happening here?
What in the fucking Goldilocks kind of crime was she doing? She was playing with the dog.
She was like, this dog is just right. What the hell is happening?
Right. She made herself at home. She had some porridge. The victims told the deputies when they returned home, they noticed things are missing. Some items have been moved around the house. Deputies were shown a bra, shirt, pair of shoes, 4 rings, a pill bottle, and a deodorant that did not belong to anyone there. They told deputies, so she left some stuff when she took their shit.
Oh, shit. What, she doing a barter system? Take it and leave it?
She was like, you know what? I need some deodorant, but I'm going to leave them some deodorant. I'm going to upgrade. Ooh, that's a nice bra. But
I know.
You know,
Ooh, they got the good deodorant.
I don't want their titties to be swinging out, so let me go ahead and hook up this bra for them. They can use my ratty old not clean bra. You know, they got a washing machine. They'll figure it out. So fucking dumb. But yeah, the deputies told deputies that cups had been moved, clothes had been moved and refolded. Well, that's nice. And the sweatshirt and bra were missing. The dog had been
refolded.
The dog
It
had
was
been
like, I folded the shit. Why did
Right.
she refold it wrong?
Which when they arrested her, she was like, what about my feet? I cleaned up y'all house too. Okay. You know that shit wasn't like that when I got there. Them clothes all over the place. The dog had been let out of the kennel. The suspect was identified as Jana Medvedev, 36. Deputies located her outside of a business. While speaking with her, deputies learned that her father was calling in to report her as a missing person. Deputies went to her father's home to speak with him. Her father told deputies that his daughter had come to the house in a truck that he believed was stolen. She was involuntarily committed to Forsyth County Crisis Intervention Response Team. She said that her father told her to follow the signs and they would lead her to where she needed to go. She explained that this is how she found her way to the house. She told deputies that she changed her bra and top to one she found in the house. She told deputies that she took the truck because her father told her she needed one and that it was important to have a truck. She said that she didn't hotwire. They just had the keys there. She said she took the GMC truck because red is a special color to her and she has drawn to the GMC emblem. She faces 2 counts of entering an auto, 1 count of burglary in the first degree and theft of a motor vehicle. Karen guessed the race of, what was her name? Something Medvedev.
It's 100% white.
Okay, Karen says 100% white. Well, let's check the chatty room and see what they believe.
Child, let the dog got the kennel, whatever that thing was. Child, we'll you know black folks don't be using them.
Wild Woman country song white. So she acted like it's an RPG. That's so good.
No.
That's so good. Goldilocks white. Some swap meet Becky white. Crowded room white. 100% white. Goldilocks house sitting services have upgraded white. White and insane. Kiss the dog in the mouth white. The correct answer is, and I think everyone said the same thing. So you all got it right. Yeah, I think the dead giveaway for me was they put her in the mental health situation and not jail.
Yeah.
Because I feel like black person do this crime is 100% jail.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
you don't get no consideration.
ain't
for
no,
your mental health.
it ain't no. Oh,
Even though you still might have the same problem,
Yeah.
they don't care.
Oh, you have a mental health crisis. Let me do that. Nah, it's jail.
Mm-hmm.
A Texas man who turned literally white with rage by way of spray paint was arrested for all his trouble over the weekend. David Winston, 35, stands accused of one count of felony criminal mischief, according to Harris County Constable Precinct 4 Mark Herman, who issued a terse press release along with several photographs of the bizarre encounter's aftermath on Facebook. Deputies arrived at an area near a lengthy strip mall in Spring, a high population census designated place that is part of the sprawling Houston metropolitan area. It was over a road rage call. There's a meat market right there where the incident unfolded. What? Who? Why is that in this article? Anyway, they must have had a fucking word count.
Yes, they did.
But yeah, upon arriving, deputies saw the complainant reported that while traveling northbound on Kukendall Road, a driver in front of them was distracted with his phone and failed to maintain a single lane. While stopped at the light, the distracted driver failed to progress when the light turned green. The complainant responded by sounding his horn. That driver's brief register of annoyance with a part of the car typically understood to be useful in such situations allegedly angered Winston and set him off. In response to being honked at, keep in mind, he's the one on the phone fucking shit up. The vehicle in front began to throw objects at the vehicle that had honked while both vehicles were in motion. Now listen, you was just on the phone, couldn't stay in one lane. Maybe you don't try throwing things and driving at the same time.
Right.
Like, what are you doing? What the fuck?
It's turned into a melee. What's happening here?
Like, you can't even drive and play Marvel Snap at the same time. What are you doing?
Yeah, that's too much for your pro brain.
Right. He's like, you know what? You ain't gonna fucking honk. You ain't gonna be honking at me. I ain't no bitch. Like, what? Then get off the phone.
Get off the phone.
This is not a difficult situation. That is so funny. Well, you ain't gonna be honking your horn at me anyways. My bad. The light green? The light green? I ain't know. A fucking asshole. But yeah. When the two little trucks stopped again, however, an altercation ensued, according to the constable's office. Winston allegedly used a can of spray paint on the honking person to paint their face, to paint their vehicle, and to break their back window at some point. The person who was spray painted also did some spray painting of their own, covering Winston's face in white.
Damn, this is a spray off. Everybody got spray paint cans. What is this? I don't understand what's happening here.
That's what I'm trying to grasp. Like, how does everyone have spray paint on the ready?
Oh, where we putting out spray paint cans? Well, bitch, I got one too. What is happening here?
Is this just like a Texas thing? Like, y'all
just, both graffiti artists? What's happening here?
That's just how y'all get down over there? Like, oh, you done fucked up, baby.
You done fucked up. We gonna have a spray off, my nigga.
This the spray paint capital of the world.
Right, apparently it is.
See, when other people talk about spraying shit up, they talking about bullets. But down here, we do it with the paint. Mm-hmm. boy. Yeah. They're just very artistic. You know?
Show us what you made of. Throw
Right.
a can of spray paint.
Listen, I'm just an artistic person, and this is how I get down. You know? When people came, they tried to explain, like, well, this is my blue period. I thought I should go with I had to canvas his face, and I thought we should go with an abstract concept here. What is whiteness? It is, if not, but the absence of color. So I pulled out my white spray paint. Like when they was fighting, he was going through his spray paints like, not blue. No, this feels like a white spray paint situation. Winston was identified as culpable and the two were detained. David Winston was arrested and booked in Harris County Jail, charged with felony criminal mischief. His bond is set at $1,500. Felony criminal mischief can be punished by up to several years in prison, depending on the severity of the damage done. He's no longer in jail, according to the Houston County Sheriff's Office. And it's Texas, so you probably can get the death penalty for it too.
Child, who knows?
Right. They're like, it doesn't matter what your IQ is. We kill people for this. All right, Karen, guess the race.
This is the whitest shit I've ever heard in my life. spray paint speed off.
Right. Okay. Let's check the chat room and see what they believe. Someone said Mario Kart in real life.
That's what it feel like. There's shit, there's banana peels and shit.
Imagine coming home, man. They sprayed my car up. Oh, they
nobody even believe
they
you.
They shot your car? No, with spray paint.
They try to explain that to the insurance company.
White like the spray paint, white rage, white backyard, Banksy's off-road rage, white. The correct answer is white. Black Supermacist up in here with these answers. Here is what he looked like talking to the cops. If you can see that.
Oh no! We look like the clown posse group.
How don't you feel stupid? This is why I don't do road rage, by the way. Because I would feel fucking stupid with the cops standing there. First of all, this is best case scenario. All you did was get sprayed with paint.
Right.
But I would feel fucking stupid talking to the cops like
Insane
that.
clown posse. Nah, I was trying to remember the group. I'm sorry.
Yeah. No, that's a good call. I didn't even hear it when you first said it. Mm-hmm. What'd you say at first?
No, I said the clown posse, and I couldn't remember the whole name. Did it
Insane.
finally click? Insane clown posse.
Mm-hmm. All right, Karen, you're 2 for 2.
Yay!
That bitch was white. I ain't racist. How can I be racist about anybody or anything in my life? How can I?
Call them niggas. Just call them niggas.
Gold chain wearing, fried chicken and biscuit eating, monkey ate baboon, big guy, fast running, high jumping, spear chucking, 360-degree basketball.
I'm surprised they ain't record killed somebody or hurt themselves because somebody hit you with spray paint. How you saw? Can you see?
I guess they got out of the car to spray each other's faces.
Okay, they had to spray off. I'm with you.
A 19-year-old who pleaded guilty to falsely impersonating a physician's assistant in 2022 has been arrested again, this time for allegedly defrauding a car dealership of more than $100,000.
Is this a boy with the glasses? Is he back on the scene?
It is not Dr. Malachi.
Okay.
Or whatever. It's not him. I thought the same thing.
I'm about to say they still let this nigga be out here on these streets. What is happening here?
What is happening here? According to the Apache Police Department, Zachary Brent Bailey, 3 first names, was arrested early Sunday morning on an outstanding felony warrant. You love those. Outstanding.
Felony warrant. Go get him.
You should not be out.
No, you shouldn't. We come in to get you.
Inside it. Just jail cell. Jail records.
Take these papers here.
Jail records show Bailey was booked into the Caddo County Jail where he faces 2 counts of obtaining property by trick deception. A report for KFOR shows Bailey allegedly sold 2 vehicles that were not his to Cooper Auto Group in Oklahoma City for tens of thousands of dollars.
What? They didn't have. What did he show y'all fake tags? Because I've sold a car before. You have to go through so much shit. Tax, tag, title, proof you own the car. Like that shit is not an easy price. It sometimes take days to sell a car.
Records show he sold a 2023 Acura MDX to the dealership for $48,000 in April. Woo. Then in May, he returned to the dealership to sell a 2023 Toyota Tundra for $66,500.
Child, white. They ain't let no niggas walk up in there and sell you a car and then turn around. They're gonna be like, you need to prove that you own these cars. Where's your papers? White. That don't make no sense. Over $100,000. You just You show up, they're gonna be like, why is you here? What's your credit score? They get suspicious of us just showing up on the lot. You got money? You sure you got money? Child, I had a cousin one time. She got good credit. She went up there and that man was acting a fool, honey. She packed her shit up and left. That nigga ran her credit and apologized. And she was like, no, bitch.
Oh my God. Trying to kill me.
I'm sorry.
No, don't apologize. The Apache Police Department said Bailey's criminal activities have been compared to those in the movie Catch Me If You Can, starring Leonardo DiCaprio. In 2022, according to reports from KRIS, Bailey posed as a physician's assistant to gain access to 2 hospitals in Corpus Christi, Texas for nearly 2 months. He was 17 years old at the time.
17?
Court records show Bailey was able to dress in scrubs, obtain the badge from the hospitals, claiming to be a traveling physician's assistant.
At 17.
His story ultimately unraveled when he made a slip up and claimed he went to Stevens College in a private university in Missouri. One ICU nurse realized it was an all-girls school, so it would have been impossible for him to attend. After his fellow hospital employees started looking into his social media accounts, they realized he was not who he said he was. According to KRIS, Bailey later pled guilty to 2 felonies, including acting as a physician's assistant without a license and forgery of documents. He was sentenced to 6 years of probation for that case. Bailey's criminal record doesn't stop there. He also gave false information to obtain residency at an apartment complex, used bank fraud to purchase a $52,000 BMW, and stole $4,300 worth of jewelry from Walmart. He living his life like Grand Theft Auto.
This is a big ass it one.
The Apache Police Department said police in Texas also believe Bailey was preparing to impersonate a police officer. I mean, why not?
I mean, shit, go for the gold.
His LinkedIn is good as shit. After his physician's assistant scheme ended, officers said he was found driving an old police cruiser and was in possession of a bulletproof vest, a gun belt, ammunition, a t-shirt with the word sheriff on it, and a ghost gun, one without a serial number.
God damn, they was like, what's your credit, my skin? They was like, here you go.
Bailey's crime spanned across Texas, Oklahoma, and Missouri. He remains in Caddo County Jail in Oklahoma. He was arrested for alleged car dealership crimes there. His bond is set at $200,000, which he said, hey, I'll write a check, no problem. Karen, guess the race.
Child, this ain't the whitest shit I ever heard in my goddamn life. White.
All right, Karen's going white on this one for some reason.
Child, just showing up and they just throwing shit at you.
Let's check the chat
Taking
room.
jobs and shit. You got niggas that scared to lie on their resume and they're like, no, just come on in.
I mean, it's interesting because the person you compared him to was Malachi York or whatever. Malachi Love, and he was black, you know.
But he ain't doing this.
Okay. Let's be cops white, supreme white audacity, fake cop white, perfect white killer cop in the making, joining the biggest crime family white, caucasity white, white con carne white, Van Wilder was in the like Flint white. The correct answer is everybody said white.
Mm-hmm.
And you're correct. He was white.
Oh, that's expensive.
So young.
You know what? He even looks like a child.
He looked like a baby.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't believe he was an assistant either.
You're going to have to show me some proof. They put like this, that'd be reverse racism. I'm like, baby, can I see your credentials? What is you doing up in here?
Right. Oh. At least he wasn't like a gynecologist like Malachi was, but
right?
He was like, I'm a FBI federal boob inspector. I'm gonna need to see some titties, ma'am.
But and he got caught because somebody was like, that's an all girls school. That shit don't make
right.
sense.
That's the one place he fucked up. That's how good whiteness is.
Yes.
All right.
Now he just said a black all girls school. They wouldn't even known.
Let's go sword ratchetness. Sword ratchetness. We go around the globe, find different articles about swords, and we read them on the air. And we talk to you about some and let you know what is going on to let the world, get some awareness, because swords is out here on these streets and it's very dangerous.
Mm-hmm.
A man was arrested with a sword at the mall. The Mill Creek Mall.
Story about a threatening situation that happened inside the Mill Creek Mall food court area on Saturday. A man armed with a sword was wielding it and appeared to threaten other patrons and mall security. Mill Creek police were called and quickly took the suspect into custody. Thomas Fleming was at the mall. He captured it all on his cell phone, and he gave us permission to share the scary moments.
Oh shit!
Would have lost this guest race.
I would have too.
First of all, thank God he was just arrested. This is a black man with a sword walking around the mall. Now, I am shocked at the brother that got bags that's so calm in the background, like, oh, what's going on over here?
Right.
I would have ran out that door so fast. He looking like, where I parked my car at?
What do you want, bro? I don't care.
Oh, he done took the shirt off. That's always a bad sign.
No, that's never a good sign.
Walking around quoting Dennis Scott from that.
It's about to go down.
Walking around quoting Dennis Scott from that. Don't ask me about the rage.
A Mill Creek police officer did arrive on the scene, and although he raised a taser, it was not used. Police tell us the 34-year-old.
Oh, so he just went down to the ground.
Responded.
That's hilarious.
I guess he just saw the cop show up, because he was not afraid of that mall security guy, and the mall security guy knew because he was on the phone.
Yeah, goddamn right.
But I don't know what state this is. I am shocked by just how casually motherfuckers are sit. This is why we need sword awareness. So many people are sitting in this food court like, hey, let me finish my motherfucking bourbon chicken. Like, no,
you got a sword in your hand. What the fuck out? You might as well have a gun because I'm getting the fuck out of there. No,
what are y'all doing?
Fucked up.
It's way too many bystanders.
Just looking. And dropped to the floor where he was handcuffed. Police then transported the suspect to Mill Creek Community Hospital.
Now, he did do that, like, I think it's the wrong term, but y'all know what I'm talking about, that pose dead drop thing where people, like, it's like all the bones jumped out of their body. As soon as he saw the cop, he dropped the sword, and I thought he got tased because that's how limp he went.
And they had to be like, the officer didn't use the taser.
He was like, I ain't that crazy.
Right.
I know you came to shoot me.
For a mental health evaluation. They say he suffered a cut to his hand from handling that sword. Now, when he is released from the hospital, Mill Creek police plan to charge the suspect for swinging that sword and threatening others.
Why are they so close to him?
I legit don't understand. Like, Hank Hill out here about to get fucked up.
Bobby about to lose his daddy. What is happening here?
God damn it.
First walked into the GameStop store with that weapon. That's where the threat.
Lord, not the GameStop. The GameStop is like, now why am I in it? All we sell is Funko Pops. You don't want nothing in here.
Look at all these people sitting around like nothing's happening.
Child, no.
The worst part to me is that GameStop only offered them 25 cents for the sword.
That's all.
But they said $12 in store credit, but he said he needed the money.
Yeah, so that's why he went outside the food court.
Or it moved into the mall food court area.
Way too many people.
Harmful effects from asbestos can develop.
Way too many
people comfortable sitting around watching that shit.
Ain't it though? God. No, sir.
This is why our store is so important. All right, y'all. That's it. We'll be back Saturday for feedback. Thanks for listening, everyone. Don't forget live show September the 9th.
Yay! Thank you for everybody that continue to get tickets. It means the world to us when we get that email every day.
Yeah, we're officially sold over 100 tickets so far, which is great for us. And I hope we sell even more, man. If you're thinking about doing it, do it. Support. We appreciate you for that. And we'll talk to you soon. Until next time, I love you.
I love you too.
Mwah. Bye, everybody.